Shaddah Da Family, peace and love to everyone. This is Brother Tank, OSOICE Captain and Liaison, giving today's updates on 4/09/2020. I want to say peace and love to everyone and hope everyone is safe during this worldwide epidemic. I have updates from the Master Teacher ATUN-RE on what to do next and how to go about stopping this virus that's then took over the entire planet. What is going on is something that for those of us who've been following the Master Teacher ATUN-RE for the last 3 years, he's been stating that this day is going to be amongst us, that it was going to eventually happen, that one day in the near future, people are going to start dying. And at the height of the epidemic, which was March, when the epidemic started, was the same month as ATUN-RE's birthday. So this is not no coincidence. This is something that he said it was going to happen, it's going to occur. He said that people are going to start dying. No one's going to know what's going on. It's going to be people losing their lives, family, loved ones, and he's going to be the only one that can be able to fix it. He's been stating this for 3 years now. If you don't believe us, check it out. Go back to the previous YouTube videos for the last so and so years. Even go back to the blog talk days where he said that this day was coming where people are going to be dying and no one knows what's going to be happening. This is happening right now. The entire globe has been humbled. Everybody's been humbled. Religious people, politicians, rich and poor, have all been humbled. No one saw this coming. No one predicted this coming, but it's happening. I was speaking with an elder recently, and she told me that she's never seen nothing like this in her 77 years on this planet. So, Master Teacher ATUN-RE says that he has the cure. He knows how to fix it. He can save lives. You know, he just put it on record, this on record as well. You know, what he wants us to do, what he has said is that if your metabolism isn't at a certain high frequency and that your vibrations aren't at a certain point, you're going to die. In this day and age, everything is being sped up. You know, Nubians across the planet aren't being affected as much because we have a high metabolism, a faster vibration rate anyway. So we're not being as affected, but those of us who don't, you see that they're losing their lives. People in the major cities all over the planet are dying. This is what's going on right now. You see, this is not nothing we making up. This is on the news right now. Everything has been humbled and put to a halt. You know, we all know that this is coming from the heavens because, in my opinion, I don't think the government can do anything like this, where the whole globe gets shut down. You know, you can use media, you can use, you know, their schemes and mechanisms, but the entire globe is paying attention to this. You know, this is not a joking matter. This is very serious, and I'm here with updates of what Chief wants us to do. Chief being ATUN-RE, who's the son of Malachi Z. York L. And Malachi Z. York L., many of us who followed Master Teacher of that day from 1970 up until 2002, where Malachi York is currently incarcerated in Florence, Colorado, serving a 145-year sentence for a crime that he did not commit. He did not kill anyone, but he's serving 135 years in prison right now. But many of us know that Malachi York is not a regular being. Many of us believe that he chose to go to jail, so the others will not have to also go to jail. We're not getting into the details about the case, but we know that Malachi York, he sacrificed his life, dedicated his entire life to raising our elevation up. He saved my life many times with his information, with his teachings. I've been a student since I first heard his voice back in my, when I'm, 20 years ago. You know, I was a student of his. You know, I went through the brotherhood, I went through the lodge. You know, I was visit the land many, many times. You see, that's on record, you know. So his son here today is ATUN-RE. And we know ATUN-RE, you listen to ATUN-RE voice, and you listen to Dr. Malachi Z. York voice, they sound very similar. You know, many of us call Malachi Z. York Baba, or we call him Pops. So I'm gonna refer him to as that going forward. Baba Yanun or Malachi Z. York, him and ATUN-RE sound very similar. You know, and Baba, on many of his tapes, many of his recordings, he spoke of the Messiah coming. You know, he spoke of the Messiah gonna be here one day. You know, when he moved down to Edenton, Georgia, he spoke highly of Christianity. He was gonna open up a church. You know, I saw the Black Jesus coming soon signs, Nubian Jesus coming soon. I saw those signs going on Highway 75. You know, it's a busy highway, segregated highway, but it was huge billboards saying, "Hey, Black Jesus is on his way." I'm like, whoa. That put us, got everybody attention here in Georgia. You see, but Pops wasn't playing. He was even stationed in Athens, Georgia. He was on UGA campus teaching. And UGA campus teachers were the lawyers, UGA lawyers were the ones who got him, arrested. You see, but Baba Yanun was on UGA campus teaching class. He just had no fear. He went to the heart of the beast. And we know Georgia's good old boy South town. And I had my issues with the law, with them targeting many of us being the Nubians, giving us hassles and blockage to prevent us from doing what we're here to do, which is to continue to grow the nation, not rebuild, because it never stopped. Just because Baba isn't here with us physically, he's with many of us spiritually. We see him in our dreams. We see him, in a different transforms to other beings and other individuals. He sent us messages through his angels, because he's here. He's dedicated his life to doing his mission. You see, and to this day, no one else has done what he has done. We're talking about a 400-acre Disneyland for Nubians, Tamaray, 400 acres of Egyptian artifacts, pyramids, people coming together, congregating, speaking, peaceful. To me, I call it heaven on earth, and many others do too as well. You see, but we're here today in 2020 facing the largest epidemic that we've ever seen in this lifetime. You see, and it happened on the same month as his son's birthday, which is ATUN-RE. The exact same month. ATUN-Re's birthday is March 18th. This epidemic took off in March. You see, that's no coincidence. So now ATUN-RE he's been telling us that this is coming and it's here now. So it's time for us to get off our ass, not be afraid, because if you're walking with the Most High, you're walking with Anu Iling Iling El. If you know the studies and the teachings of Baba Yanun, if you study the teachings of ATUN-RE, fear is something that can't be inside of you. Fear must be gone. In this day and age, you got to be fearless. You see? So that's where we're at right now with this. And the new orders are, I'm going to slow it down so everybody can, catch up to where I'm at. ATUN-RE says the new orders going forward are for everyone to move down to Augusta, Georgia. The A, because before Baba Yanun lived in Athens, but now he wants us to come down to Augusta. Right now, currently, ATUN-RE is in the process of purchasing a house to where it can fit up to 15 individuals, and they all can live there. If you look at this video, you can see the pictures of the house. You see, and to go along with this and to assist him in this is going to be one of Baba's right-hand mans. In the picture that I put up of Baba holding the sword with this inner circle. The guys in this circle are the Shriners in this circle, or I'm going to make sure I get the words right. The Ansar Allah community, the officers who were responsible, the higher ups in the community are in this picture. And on the right hand side is a brother by the name of Abdul Wakil. He's going to be assisting ATUN-RE in Augusta. They're going to be helping to continue to grow this nation, day to day. Abdul Wakil, he's currently living in Colorado. Many of us know that, Baba is in Colorado incarcerated, but he's going to be coming down to Augusta to work hand in hand with ATUN-RE. And this is Abdul Wakil has been walking with Master Teacher since 1970. So he's been there and seen it all since the beginning. And they were the ones who established order, the right kind of order, early on. So they're coming to reestablish that or continue to grow that and put it together. And this is the orders from ATUN-RE. So he wants us all to prepare to move down to down to Augusta. We migrate down to Georgia. You see, because Georgia, he has good weather. To me, Georgia's wonderful. You know, I was born here in Atlanta. You know, I've always liked Atlanta. You know, a lot of people all over the world are moving here. You see, so the new orders is going for us to be moving to Augusta, which I'll be doing myself as well. You see, so that's where we're headed. That's what the energy is. That's what the orders are. And ATUN-RE also wants everyone to know that he knows how to cure this disease. And he said this, and I quote, he put this on the Most High. He said, I bet none of mine, none of his get this virus. He said, I put that on the Most High. You see, because, you know, ATUN-RE, he always comes to us in our dreams, and he says that he got us. You know, those ones of us who walk with him on a day-to-day, those of us who, you know, listen to his messages and stay close to him, he's protected many of us, you know, and I can definitely say that. I share a short story. You know, I was worried about, you know, my living situation because, you know, money is funny for everybody right now. And I didn't know what was going to happen, but, you know, I went to bed, I had a dream, and ATUN-RE grabbed my hand. In the dream, he said, bro, I got you. You know, it's going to be all good. And then, you know, I tried to walk away and said, okay, cool, thanks, you know, thanks, Chief. But he grabbed me again and said, look, man, I'm for real, I got you. It's all good. I said, okay. And I woke up. And for that next week, going into the rest of that month, you know, I was able to stay somewhere for free. You see, I was able to live there for free. And this is like the day before, you know, I didn't know what I was going to do the next day. I was like, man, I don't know what's going to happen. But, you know, Most High going to take care of it. This is right during this coronavirus epidemic. You know, it was like, man, I don't know what I'm going to do because, you know, money's kind of, you know, low right now. So I'm just like, you know, I'm just like putting the hands of the Most High. Then I went to bed, had a dream with ATUN-RE. He told me, man, I got you. It's going to be all right. You see, I woke up. I was good for the rest of till right now. I'm still in the situation. We're living in the same spot where I'm able to stay somewhere and be able to work, you know, and continue to do my orders, you know, and be able to continue to grow the nation where I'm living. So, you know, I mean, that's a direct, you know, confirmation that I know that this is not nothing to play with, and this is for real. It's very serious. And that, you know, as long as I put the order first, as long as I, you know, put my will first, put the order's will and the obligations of the order first, everything's going to take care of itself. Because that's what we about at this day and age. Everybody's starting from ground zero. You know, this whole world has changed, the whole planet has changed, but we're starting at ground zero. So I feel the only way we can really get ahead is to build our own nation, is to grow our own, do our own with our own people like-minded individuals. I share another story, you know, in Tennessee, you know, in areas of Tennessee, you know, the Jehovah Witness community, they have like acres and acres of land, you know, whole cities where all their people live, and they're doing great. They got stores, they got schools, colleges, you know, banks, and they run the entire city. You know, they all Jehovah Witnesses. I'm like, wow, why not, you know, OSOICE, or why not, you know, the OSOICE family have the same energy, you see, because, you know, that's what Bible Vision was, for everybody to move down to Georgia and, you know, grow the community. And that's what everybody did, you know, and it was like flourishing extremely fast, you know, but, you know, due to the man and due to that day and age and that part of the game, you know, Baba had to go to jail, you see, but he went to jail, but he's still with us now, working on the spiritual form, you know, helping me get this message out to the people, you know, because we're here to continue his legacy, continue on. The Bible, he was getting a lot older, you know, he was getting more tired, you know, it's not easy doing what he did, and nobody has done what he has done. No celebrity, you know, no entertainer, no politician, no other public leader, you know, has done what he was able to do in such a short period of time. He went through 3 different schools and raised up people. You see, put out thousands of books, you know, hundreds of videos, you know, followers all over the planet, you know, students all over the world. You know, he saved my life with the information. So I want to, you know, I had to dedicate my life to, you know, continue it on, because I find myself, when I'm talking to younger people, sharing, you know, some of Baba teachings, you know, sharing some of ATUN-RE's teachings to this younger generation, because they're lost. You know, these drugs is making their attention span way shorter. You know, they can't even, you know, I was playing cards with some younger brothers recently, and on each hand, they're forgetting whose turn it is. You know, they can't even play a simple card game. They're like, they're missing the deal. You know, they can't deal the cards. They don't know who turn it is. They're forgetting the rules. And this is a simple card game. It like, you know, it takes probably a total of 5 minutes to play, but their attention span is so short that they're forgetting whose turn it is. It's a simple card game. You see, I'm witnessing this. I'm paying attention to all of this. You see, but they have to realize that they have to raise their vibrations up and be able to keep their attention span on, has to grow. They have to focus more, have to concentrate more. They have to, you know, stop using the drugs. You know, they have to, you know, stop with the fast food and eat better, you know, have a higher alkaline diet, which, you know, Dr. Sebi taught us. You know, he was a student of Pops, you know, having a vegetable diet, you know, eating less meat, you know, more vegetables. That's what we have to go to, you see. And also with the information that you have, because ATUN-RE teaches us that, you know, to win any war, to win any battle, you know, 85% of it is being properly informed. You see, 85% of properly being informed, you can go to any situation and be able to conquer it. You see, it's like going to a new job or going to a school or, you know, dating somebody for the first time. The more information you have about what you're walking into, the more you're able to conquer that situation. And that's, you know, with anything, you got to have information. And ATUN-RE, he's coming with a whole new level of information here to teach us and here to raise us up. You know, he hasn't even really gotten to the school of alchemy, which is the mother of all sciences. He hasn't even gotten into that. You see, if I can, you know, go over the notes of alchemy and let you know what they are, you know, 'cause alchemy is the next level, you know, because he teaches us that Nuwapic, you know, that school, it was a children's science, you see, and it was for those, you know, students who can see, was able to master that and be able to, you know, conquer that so they can deal with what was at that day in time, you know, in the 90s and the 2000s. But now we're going in 2020 into the future. We have the school of alchemy, which is the mother of all science. And there are 3 primary rules of alchemy. If I can go over with you right quick. You know, and the first rule is the smallest things carry the most power. You see, like an atom, you know, like a cell. You see, the smallest things carry the most power. Rule number 2, that which is not must be presented first, so that which is can be and exist. You understand? So that which is not must be presented first, so that which is can be and exist. Like many times what happens is that the first situation that you have, you know, a lot of times you don't like it. But then when you go into the next situation, you know, because of the first situation, you know what you like about it and what you don't like about it. So moving to the next situation, you know exactly what you need to get, you know, to make it more better for yourself. Rule number 3 is you must master the difference between looking and seeing, because all things are relevant. Rule number 3 of alchemy is you must master the difference between looking and seeing, because all things are relevant. And with that, meaning that when you're looking at something, the eyes can trick you, can fool you. You must be able to know what you're looking at and be able to deal with it. You see, you must be able to look at something and know and look what's happening all around it. So when something is happening, don't pay attention to that exact thing. Look what's going on behind it, on top of it, below it, to the left of it, and to the right of it. So you can see exactly what is happening, because it's a message in that situation. You see, and the angels or the elders, they don't speak to you in, you know, regular like language. They send you signs and situations and different coincidences for you to be able to point stuff out. So yeah, we at the 19-minute mark, and it's 1:27. Them 2 9s right there. So I think I need to wrap this video up. That's a sign right there, you see. So I'm gonna go ahead and close out, letting everybody know, please call the office if you have any more additional questions. I'm gonna put pictures of the house up. That we're, you know, one of the first houses that ATUN-RE is moving into. You know, please send funds in. You know, we're gonna set up the CashApp. I'll set up, you know, where you can pay your donations. It's not a donation, but be able to pay online. We're gonna go and set that up. So with that, you know, if you want the phone number, it is the phone number is 470-485-7520. Again, that phone number is 470-485-7520. 485-7520. Either myself, Tank, or Brother Patrick will answer the phone. We can answer any of your questions. You know, the website will soon be up. It's going to be OSOICE.org and OSOICE.com. You'll be able to get more additional information there about, what we're doing. But come on, join us and help, continue to build a nation, having our own, own school systems, on, libraries, on, agriculture, on banks, the whole thing, why not? Own sports teams. We can make it happen. It's plenty of Nubians all over the planet. We'll, take it city by city. Peace and love to everybody. This brother Tank signing out. Shaddah Da.